points and rewards and prizes when you come to the basketball game or any of the Panther Athletics, Jungle Mania Superfan app is available on your smartphone. Go to the App Store. Jake Clementine has it. Don't let him be the only one gaining points by starting it up once he's inside the gymnasium. The new Superfan app is a way of tracking who's coming to the games and supporting all the activities here at Belgrade High School and allows you to earn prizes. Find out more details by downloading the free app from the App Store on your smartphone today. Jungle Mania.
All right, let's do a latency check here. Jill, tell me when you hear this 3, 2, 1 now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside the beautiful Belgrade Special Event Center at the Harry Erickson Memorial Court. For tonight's contest featuring our guests, the Ferguson Golden Eagle. That's it, Ferguson. Sorry. I'll make it up to you, I promise. The Fergus Golden Eagles are here and your hometown, Belgrade Panthers. Belgrade High School and the Central Lake Conference, the Montana High School Association, and Stockman Bank welcome you to tonight's basketball game. Stockman Bank is the title sponsor of the MHSA Stockman Bank Sportsmanship Program. It reminds you your admission to this event entitles you to enjoy an exhibition of noteworthy skills developed by some of Montana's finest student athletes. Stick around to the conclusion of our first game as we award one player from each team a Stockman Bank Sportsmanship Award for sportsmanship displayed throughout tonight's contest. Speaking of good sportsmanship, how about a round of applause for our officials for this evening, Mr. Adam Burkett, Casper Roth, and Cody Leahy. At this time we ask, if you're not already, please stand. And gentlemen, remove cover to show proper respect as we honor America with a presentation of our colors by the Belgrade Cheer Squad, directed by Shannon McLaughlin. And now, Belgrade, Montana, your national anthem.
Oh my. They had to bottle that up.
And now, let's meet tonight's starters. First, for the visiting Fergus Golden Eagle. A 6'5" junior, number 3, Tanner.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Special Event Center here in Belgrade for more Class A basketball action. Joining me here on the broadcast tonight is my co-commentator, Andy Demjanovic. Andy, thanks for being on again with us tonight.
Yeah, good to be back.
So we got the Fergus Golden Eagles here in town. This is the first matchup that we've had with these guys as our first time we were supposed to see them. They got snowed out, couldn't make the trip up there. So we don't know a whole lot about these guys. I believe they're 10-2, though. This should be a pretty good team here for Belgrade tonight.
Yeah, they come 8-2. They're also in the ranked in the top 10 in Class A. And they're a younger team, juniors, but they're a good team. They got to played well at divisional tournament last year. It was a bunch of sophomores, and they also might have an equalizer tonight. They have Jaden Graham, 6'5". He averages over 18 points a game, and Dawson Fowler comes in just over 17 points a game. So should be a good matchup. In a Central A matchup, big game because this helps for seeding, and is probably our best competition in the conference so far.
I met up with Coach Deming recently. Let's hear what he had to say about this matchup today.
A 5'9" junior, number 11, Easton Page. And a 6'6".
All right, here we go. That's it for the Ty Elliott State Farm Insurance pregame show. Don't think about retirement. Plan for it. Call it Ty Elliott there in Belgrade. As Belgrade wins the
Great
tip, Easton Page.
Yeah, they go off. It's a tip there. Get that tip instead of tipping it back. You push it ahead, so you have momentum. Noel was in the right spot. Gets to the left wing guard. That's called offensive tip. It worked as planned.
So Panthers up 2-0 early as Belgrade wins the tip. Easton Page lays it in with the left hand. 7:41 to go here, first quarter. Just getting things underway. Kind of breezed right through the Ty Elliott State Farm Insurance pregame show, and we're playing basketball already.
Yeah, that's why everybody likes it. No messing around. Let's get to the game.
Again, the boys are the first game tonight. We'll have the girls up next. Around 7:30 we'll have that one. Belgrade with the ball on offense. Dawson Fowler with it. Drives in, thinks about a shot, kicks it out. Page 3 on the way. In and out. Rebound goes to Fergus.
Good look there. Good penetration by Dawson. Collapses the defense, is able to kick out for the 3 option.
Now inside and going up with a little hook, and good for Fergus is number 3. It's going to take just a moment to get these
Tanner Trafton. He's also averaging in double figures, Nate. He's at 12.3 points per game, and he gets the opening bucket for the Lewistown Golden Eagles.
Yeah, I think I remember Trafton from last year as Belgrade misses a 3 on the other. Rebound goes to Henderson for the Golden Eagles. Now here's Trafton, drives baseline, goes up, misses, rebound, Fowler.
Good help by Fowler. Edwards gave up the baseline there.
Fowler now taking it to the hoop. Pass all the way through the key. Walker up top with it right now. Page inside to Reynolds. Reynolds working on the post. Goes up with it. Misses short. Rebound goes to the Golden Eagles. Now driving in and going up and missing. Trafton gets the offensive rebound. He goes up. It's blocked. Easton Page comes up with the loose ball. Page now. Jump shot on the way. No good. Rebound. Golden Eagles.
And I think this is the pace that Coach Deming likes with his type of play and guards, and we'll see if Lewistown is this type of team to get up and down, if they can keep this tempo. Belgrade's been working hard on the court, even conditioning, and I think if they keep pressing the ball, we'll see what happens.
So Golden Eagles with the ball right now, trying to work it inside. Ball kicked out of bounds by Easton Page.
Yeah, especially when you got a point guard like Easton Page. He speeds the game up for everybody. He's got a lot of athleticism there, and he's got quite a motor. So he's going to get that ball up the court extremely quick.
So inbounding it into number 5, that's Clinton. Gets it to Trafton. Trafton drives in, spins, kicks it out. Clinton now is fouled on the floor. I believe this is going to be against Noel Reynolds. Will be his first foul of the night.
Yeah, just gets a hand check there.
Panthers number 21, Noel Reynolds, his first personal.
Jake Clinton gets just the quick step to the baseline. There was no not quick enough help, but Noel had his hand on his back there.
In the corner, thought about the 3, pulling it back down. Now Clinton with it. Gets it here on the other wing. This is Graham, gets it inside to Trafton, misses, gets his own rebound, goes up again and lays it in. The score now, Fergus 4, Belgrade 2, 5:26 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Trafton, a very active player there, Nate. You see him, he's not only, I think, good on both sides of the ball, he's got a motor as well. Hustling around near the bucket, missed his layup, got it back, and got the finish.
Panthers with it now. Walker looking for a high screen. Picks up his dribble inside to Reynolds. Ball stolen away here by the Eagles. Up ahead now looking for Clinton. He's got Edwards behind him, and the ball is blocked, but a foul called against Austin Edwards is going to send the Golden Eagles to the line.
Yeah, that'll be his first foul on the night.
Panthers number 45, Austin Edwards, his first personal, second team foul. To the line for the Golden Eagles, Jake Clinton.
So Jake Clinton will shoot.
Pretty physical there early on, but the refs are starting to settle in, and then
checking in for the
starting to get hand check calls and contact calls now. So the players are going to have to settle in and kind of get used to where the officials are kind of be calling it.
Clinton here, spots up. Free throw is good, so he gets the second, missed the first. 5-2 now, Fergus on top. 4:55 to go here, first quarter. Fowler with it for the Panthers up top. Looks to penetrate. Picks up his dribble, gets it to Walker. Walker looking for a high screen, gets it out to Page on the right wing. Page drives baseline, passes.
Nice pass.
Good. That was Noel Reynolds who lays it in off the glass.
Noel does a good job, whether it's man or zone, off penetration, getting that low spot. Turnover by Fergus there, but he gets to that open spot where guys can pass it to him, and as you see the defense collapse, he's wide open. Does a great job. You always like an athlete or a basketball player who's got that type of sense when you can penetrate or find gaps in that zone.
So Panthers now with the ball on the turnover, trailing 4-5 here in the first quarter.
And both teams remain in man. Belgrade continues to get that high pick and roll to start the offense out of the 13 look.
Page for 3 is well short. Rebound comes down to the Golden Eagles. This is Lalem with it right now. Calling out a play here. Looking to work the left side, picks up his dribble. Now sends it out to Graham, back to Lalem. Lalem with it just up top, not pressured here by Edwards. Gets it on the right wing. Now up top to Clinton. Clinton gets in the corner to Lalem, guarded by Matt Walker. Now thinking about a 3, and traveling is Wes Jamison. So turnover, Belgrade ball.
And number 10, Jake Polzinski.
Yeah, both these teams, Belgrade and Lewistown, have lost to the league leading Park High Rangers. So it was a tight one for us, and the Rangers kind of pulled ahead of Livingston by just over 10. So fairly similar games, and obviously it's a fairly similar game here tonight, tight early on.
Walker with it now for the Panthers. Gets a screen from Edwards. Now looking for Edwards inside on the block. Edwards, spin move on the baseline, goes up, blocked, gets his own rebound, then steps out of bounds. It's going to be Fergus ball. with 3:10 to go, and the score, Fergus 5, Belgrade 4. Again, this is in the first quarter. This is the boys' game. Usually in these doubleheaders, we see the girls first, but tonight we got the boys first. We'll have the girls to follow at 7:30.
Yeah, so stick around.
Lalem with it here. Gets it to Graham. Now inside, back out to Graham. Graham drives in. Looking, gets it to Trafton. Trafton drives baseline, goes up with it, and is fouled. And Tanner Trafton will go to the free throw line and shoot 2 with 2:50 to go here in the first quarter, and his team leading by 1.
Yeah, he's kind of been a tough matchup early on. It's only 5-4, so it's not like there's a whole lot of scoring, but he's an active player, and he's gotten two great looks off penetration. And we'll see if we can get a defensive matchup as Dawson Fowler continues to guard Jaden Graham, which is Lewistown's best player, and he's done a great job where he goes to the bench. So we'll see if we can get kind of a better matchup on guarding Trafton.
Trafton hits both free throws. Now 7-4, Fergus with the lead over Belgrade. Klonzinski in the game, looks down low to Spencer Gordon. Ball tipped out of bounds. It's going to be Belgrade ball under the Fergus basket.
Kind of a good crowd here on hand on a Friday night, Nate. It's good to see community people, and Fergus has actually traveled pretty well too. So
nice inbound play to Austin Edwards as he lays it in with the left hand. 6-7, Fergus with the 1-point lead.
Great execution on the inbounds. We always talk about if you can get it, 4 or 6 points a game off inbounds, it's always a bonus, and Belgrade does here early on.
Clinton gets it over to Henderson. Now Trafton in the lane, kicks it out to Clinton. Goes up, jump shot on the baseline, good. Jake Clinton there with the bucket, 9-6 Fergus. Fowler with it now. Drives in left hand, gets a pass to Klonzinski. Jump shot on the baseline, misses. Rebound Trafton. And the Eagles headed the other way. Under 2 to play here in this first quarter. Thinking about the 3 ball and deciding against it is Cody Henderson, now driving in and kicking it out back to Henderson. Now inside to Clinton. Clinton blocked shot by Spencer Gordon. Matt Walker comes up with the loose ball. Ahead to Klonzinski in the corner. Back to Walker. Now Edwards up top. He'll pull it. Misses. Rebound goes to Trafton. 1:30 to go now, first quarter. Fergus with the 3-point lead. Driving baseline is Clinton, loses the handle. Dawson Fowler comes up with it. He's got numbers. He's headed to the basket, and he is fouled. And let's see if this is going to send him to the line or if it's on the floor.
It's on the ground about the free throw line, and Dawson does a good job of, if you see on the replay there, he squeezes in between that double team so that he gets fouled. Sometimes if that gets cut off too quick, you can get an offensive foul, but he gets skinny and pushes through that double team, and easy call for the ref, gets fouled, and he does a good job of creating contact by defensive players to get fouled.
Inbounded to Page. Page goes up with it. Might have taken an extra step. No call in the travel, and it is missed. Rebound goes to Fergus.
Yeah, a little up and under there. Not a bad play. Just didn't get high enough on the glass there.
Now working inside for the Eagles is number 13. That's Wes Jamison. I remember that name from football. Now they say that he's their running back, if I remember that correctly. He will go to the free throw line and shoot after being fouled by Jake Klonzinski.
Shooting 2.
I want to remind fans to save cash at Town & Country Foods. Town & Country Foods is serving your local communities. Thanks for your support making this broadcast possible. As Jamison hits the first free throw, making it 6-10 now, Fergus ahead with 1:03 to go in the first quarter. Second free throw is good as well. 5-point lead now for Fergus. Fowler brings it down for the Panthers. Pass in the corner to Klonzinski. Back to Fowler up top. Fowler drives in, 15-footer on the way. He's fouled. So Dawson Fowler is going to go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
Fouls on number 13.
Yeah, good play by Dawson. He's always good when he's coming off that dribble into the paint there, and he can explode and then pull up nice and smooth. That's tough to do, but he's got a good pull-up jump shot, and he shows it there and gets fouled.
Fowler's first free throw misses off the front iron. Looks like Matt Walker is waiting to check in. I think he's going in for Fowler, so there'll be no substitution. Second free throw is up and good. So now in comes Matt Walker, and Fowler will take a break here with 47 seconds to go in this first quarter. Fergus ahead 11-7, looking at the Bozeman Ford Lincoln RV scoreboard. Fergus here with the ball. Lalem gets it to Henderson. Henderson on the left wing, working on Klonzinski. Back up top. Now Lalem on the right wing. Finds Jamison. 3-ball on the way. Good. Wes Jamison hits the three. 14-7. Fergus on top. 20 seconds to go here, first quarter. Easton Page with it, slowing things down, looking for the final shot of this quarter. Yeah, big shot by Wes Jamison. He's averaging 6.1 a game, and he's only shooting about 20% from the three-point line, but nonetheless, he knocks a big shot down. Walker a long three, no good. Rebound goes to the Eagles. 2 seconds left here in the quarter. Long shot on the way is blocked. No foul called. Fergus wanted the foul on that. There'll be no call. We'll step aside for 1 minute. After the first quarter, the Fergus Golden Eagles lead the Belgrade Panthers 14-7. You are listening to the Belgrade Panthers on 93.7 FM. Back in 1 minute.
Fouls on the Panthers, number 11, Easton Page.
He calls the foul there late, Nate. Wow.
Well, we're on a break, so let's go ahead.
For the Golden Eagles, number 12, Andrew Wallow, shooting three.
Actually, not yet, not yet. All right, little confusion here at the event center. We sent it to break for the end of the first quarter, but we thought there was no foul, but it turns out there was a foul. So Lalem hits a couple of free throws here to end the quarter. So that will actually do it for the quarter. Let's just go ahead and stay right here right now as the Fergus Golden Eagles lead 16-7. I want to thank our sponsors that make this broadcast possible.
Personal, business, agriculture, and real estate, and internet banking.
Rich's Flooring for quality you can stand on, as well as Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking. So first quarter, Panthers actually lead trail 16-7 after that late foul, and that's a tough way to end the quarter.
Yeah, looking at the replay, it's kind of tough to see if he actually fouled him. Look, definitely that he tipped the ball, but I'm not sure if he came down on the arm, but the referees came across and said that he got him on the arm, so they finished that way. And it was kind of a weird ending to the quarter. It was tight the whole time, and then all of a sudden you look up and Fergus is now up 9 points, Nate. So Belgrade's dug themselves a hole. And I think Fergus has done a good job on the offensive glass of giving themselves second chance points. We've kind of given up dribble penetration to the baseline that has put us in some bad positions, and we've fouled them to get to the line a couple times, but we definitely got to start having them finish with only one shot. But like Coach Deming said in the break, or before in the pregame, they're a team that can shoot. So
Lalem with the ball here, second quarter underway, 16-7, Fergus with the lead. Jamison thinking about a three, pump fake, picks up his dribble now, gets it inside, 15-footer on the way is good for Jaden Graham. 11-point lead now for Fergus. On the other end, Edwards misses. Going for the rebound, though, is Page, picking up a foul. Let's see what this foul is.
Foul's on number 14, Cody Henderson.
Henderson picking up the foul for Fergus.
Jaden back in for the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, not a good start here in the first 30 seconds.
Fowler gets it into Page. Back up to Edwards. Reynolds with it now. Back to Fowler. And we have a whistle as Fowler had the ball on top of the perimeter here. This is going to be a foul against Lalem.
His first personal, fourth team foul.
Nice student section on hand tonight. You can probably hear them in the background here at the Event Center in Belgrade. Matt Walker with it on the right wing, gets it to Edwards. Now Reynolds to Fowler, 3-ball on the way. Good!
Good shot, big shot.
Dawson Fowler hits the 3, 10-18 now. Panthers down 8. 3-ball on the other way is good from number 20, Jaden Graham, so responding right back for Fergus. That's tough.
Jaden Graham's 5th point of the game.
Fowler, though, off the glass on the other end, puts it in for 2. 21-12 with 6:45 to go here, second quarter. Lallam with it, slowing things down. Inside, kicked back out now. Jamison inside now to Trafton. All the way back out to Lallam. This is going to be an over and back. No, it was tipped by the Panthers. So Lallam will reset things here with 6:30 to go until halftime. And a 9-point lead right now for Fergus over Belgrade. Graham with it, gets it out to Lallam. Inside, looking for an alley-oop to Graham. Gets a lob pass, lays it in. Just got open there on the block, puts it in. 23-12, Fergus on top.
Yeah, we kind of got caught sleeping watching the ball, and when you have a design play, you really got to be talking through people's sets, because there's a specific thing that they're trying to do. So you got to recognize that as a defense, and you can't get caught watching the ball there. You got to help each other rotate through and start talking. That's when you really got to communicate.
Belgrade ball goes out of bounds. Easton Page has it up top for the Panthers. To Fowler, long 3 on the way.
Way downtown, bang!
Dawson Fowler is feeling it tonight. 23-15, Fergus is on top. Lallam with it now in the corner to Trafton on the baseline. Gets a pass stolen away by Walker. Walker's got Fowler ahead. Let's see if he can find him. He's going to hold on to it to Page. Page drives
in. Nice crossover. Good finish.
Left hand, Easton Page takes it to the rack. And a timeout taken by Fergus. Let's see if this is a 30-second or full timeout here, as Belgrade has picked up the momentum in this game.
30-second, Nate.
It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so let's stay right here with you. And remind you that tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Tire Factory. Always on time, always the right tire, always the right price, and always the best warranty. Want to thank everyone that makes this broadcast possible. Here on the crew at the Event Center, we have Cody Sumner and Hudson Reichert, a couple of Belgrade students that are helping us out. At the station, we've got Jill on the board, our technical engineer there, and then joining myself, this is Nate Parsegan, and joining me is Andy Demjanovic. 23-17, Fergus with the lead over the Belgrade Panthers. 5:22 to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, crucial thing here for Belgrade to get a couple stops here in the next 5 minutes. They climb back into the game. It's now 6 points, but each possession here is going to count. There you go. Jamison misses the 3, bad turnover, bad pass up the floor to Easton Page, down by his ankles, and turnover. You cannot. That's just something we cannot do.
Yeah, Belgrade looked like they had caught a break. Gets the rebound on a missed shot, but then throws it away. So it's going to be Fergus ball. 5 minutes to go here till halftime. Holding on to a 23-17 lead. This is Jamison, gets it back to Lallam. Now inside to Trafton, triple teamed. Trafton loses the handle, it goes out of bounds. It's going to be Fergus's ball though.
And great call by Mike Deming. So what he does is he comes back out into the zone here. They've been doing okay in man, but obviously Fergus kind of got hot there. But it's a good time to change your defense, because coach is in the huddle changing his defense and offense for the next set, and they go to zone. Dawson Fowler in transition.
Thought about the dunk, could have just laid it in. No good for the Panthers. Now on the other end, Trafton with it to Lallam all the way across here. And we have a traveling violation called. Actually, the travel was on Trafton.
It's kind of tough because you know he can dunk and slam the basketball, but he kind of got caught in between there as he was going up. And again, every point counts, but he's a guy you got to just trust to do what he can.
Panthers here with the ball. 4:20 to go here until halftime. Fowler with it on the left wing, gets it to Page. Nice pass inside Reynolds, off the glass and good. Noel Reynolds cuts it to a 4-point lead.
Yeah, big score there again by Belgrade. They get the turnover and then capitalize.
Now jump shot inside, misses front iron. That's for Fergus. Rebound Easton Page for the Panthers. Page with speed, headed the other way. Goes up left hand, misses. Rebound goes to Fergus. Under 4 to play now till halftime.
It looked like Easton Page just lost his footing. That's what he's going to do when he crossed the ball over. And sometimes you misplant and you kind of give out there, and that's kind of what happened. And come away with no points there.
Returns for the Panthers. And for the Golden Eagles, number 10, Mitch Norsworth.
So a couple substitutions here on both sides. Lallam controlling the ball right now for Fergus. Here on the wing is Norslian. Inside, Clinton goes up. Misses. Rebound, Panthers. Matt Walker headed the other way.
Just like the other night against Butte Central, Nate, we started to man them up, and Butte Central's advantage was the post, and in offensive man against Fergus, they got so many good guards, and Coach Deming the last time out goes to the 2-3, and it's kind of slowed Fergus down a little bit. So we'll see what happens with that defensive change as Austin Edwards gets fouled in the paint here for 2.
His first personal 6th team foul. Edwards to the line for the Panthers.
So Edwards going to the line here, trying to cut into this 4-point lead. It is good. 23-20 now. I think we got to work with our student section on when to cheer for free throws and when to be quiet. But they're pretty excited here. We're a home team at the free throw line, jumping up and down.
Yeah, you got a lot of little Panther cheerleaders over there. So there's about 50 cheerleaders here tonight.
Yeah, so excited night here at the event center. Missing the free throw. The second one is Edwards. So 23-20. Fergus on top right now. 3:16 to go till halftime. Lallam thinks about the 3. Passes all the way across to Norslian. Ball tipped out of bounds. Boy, and unhappy with the call here in the event center. As the referees are going to talk it over, they say, who did that go out of bounds on? It was called in favor of Fergus. Crowd didn't like it, so they changed their mind. They're going to give the ball to Belgrade here. I don't know if you get that call in Lewistown or not, but we're in Belgrade, so it's going to be Panther ball.
Yeah, good correction. Casper's a good head official, working with the young guy there, trying to help him out. Just kind of missed it and makes the correct call.
Fowler pulls up 15-footer. Good.
Another pull-up jumper by Fowler. We talked in it early. He's a tough player because he can just pull up and elevate. He's long. He's worked hard to get more physical and strong, increase his strength this year.
In the corner, 3-ball, good from Graham.
That's his 10th point of the evening already here in the second quarter.
Now Matt Walker gets it inside to Reynolds. Reynolds working, goes inside, puts it in. 24-26, Fergus on top. Belgrade gets that basket from Reynolds.
Yeah, in this zone, you just got to talk shooters there. They got Jaden Graham's.
Another 3-ball in the way. This one from Lallam's no good. Rebound goes to Trafton. Now Graham pulls up and is fouled. Is that right?
No. Well, it is on Edwards, but I don't know if that was a good call there.
Not liking the call is Andy Demjanovic here. So going to the free throw line is Jaden Graham.
Jaden Graham to the line for the Golden Eagles. Shooting 2.
And you just, against the zone, or in the zone, you just got to talk to shooters. Trafton and Graham working high post, and they cut to the corner, then back up to the high post, and they stay active instead of staying in one spot. So you really got to talk as they're cutting through their zone offense, different spots in the zone. You got to just talk and know where they are. And I thought they did a good recovery, forced down to the help of the baseline, and Edwards is there. He just got called for the foul. So.
Andrew Toffsley checks in the game for the Panthers as Graham hits both free throws. 28-24. Fergus on top of Belgrade. 2 minutes to go till halftime. Walker with it for the Panthers. Gets it to Page. Oh, Matt Walker and Page on 2 different pages there. Could have thought of a better pun for that, but it goes out of bounds. Sloppy play from the Panthers is going to give Fergus the ball. So Lallam controlling it here. All the way across now to Norslian. Now in the corner, Graham for 3. Misses. Rebound. Golden Eagles, and laying it in is Trafton. Got to box that guy out.
That'd be Clinton, number
that was
5.
Clinton that
yeah,
got
it's kind
that,
of tough with 3 and 5, but both are very active on the glass here early on, and that's been the difference here with this 6-point lead.
Reynolds gets it to Walker up top for Belgrade. Panthers trail by 6 with 1:18 to go till halftime. Reynolds with it now on the left wing. Thrown away, looking for Fowler, taken by Norsley, and now going up Norsley and lays it in. 32-24, Fergus on top. 1 minute to play here in this first quarter, or excuse me, in this first half. Fowler gets it to Reynolds. Up to Page now. Page looks to penetrate. Pass to Toffsley. Toffsley goes up off the glass, misses. Rebound tipped around, comes down to Trafton, and now Lalem will bring it down the floor.
There's a nice step in there by Toffsley, but I think we also have to see some of the role players offensively, especially Toffsley. He found that open spot, but as Dawson Fowler's trying to get open because they're going to start hugging him big time, he's got to help get him set up and free off the screen in motion offense. That's got to be number 1. And then once you set that screen as a screener, you have some options to dive, to pop, to read the offense yourself. But first option is you got to get your best players open.
Toffsley, though, on the defensive end, causes a turnover and then draws a foul. So now Andrew Toffsley is at the free throw line. He'll shoot 1 and 1. First free throw is up and good. So now Panthers trail at 25-32. 36 seconds to go here till halftime. Toffsley's second free throw is good as well. So let's see if Lalem's just going to slow it down and look for the final shot as we have 30 seconds now till halftime. Fergus on top by 6. Lalem just holding it up top. Belgrade backs off. Looks like they're just going to let him take this final shot. Now Matt Walker is going to apply a little pressure here with 15 seconds to go. Gets it to Graham. Graham all the way across to Norslian. Back to Lalem. Timeout taken here by Fergus. Let's see how long this timeout is. We have a full timeout. So with that, let's go ahead and step aside for 1 minute. You are listening to the Belgrade Panthers on 93.7 FM. Back in 1 minute. And tonight's game is brought to you by Jumpstart Espresso. Make sure you get out to Jumpstart Espresso at 501 West Main Street there in Belgrade, as well as Taco Time. I want to thank Taco Time for your support of Belgrade High School for the past 33 years. And finally, YellowstoneVacations.com. For snowmobile and snow coach trips into Yellowstone National Park, visit YellowstoneVacations.com. All right, back here at the Event Center in Belgrade, just 10 seconds to go here in this first half. The Fergus Golden Eagles have the ball and a 6-point lead as Lalem gets it to Graham. Back up to Lalem up top. 6 seconds now. Graham pulls up from the elbow, misses. Rebound comes to the Golden Eagles. That's Clinton goes up. He misses. Rebound at the buzzer. So that will end the first half of play with the score on the Bozeman Ford Lincoln RV scoreboard. Fergus 32, the Belgrade Panthers 26. Let's go ahead and step aside for 2 minutes and come back with the halftime show. We'll have Dan Chesnett with us here on the halftime show. But let's go ahead now and step aside for 2 minutes. You are listening to the Belgrade Panthers on 93.7 FM. right, back here at halftime at the Event Center in Belgrade. I want to remind you that Panther basketball on 93.7 FM is brought to you by Doc and Nelson Funeral Service and Crematory, helping families celebrate a life lived. There is a difference. We've got a big halftime show going on right now. Some young cheerleaders out here, so I'm sure it's pretty loud because we have the speaker right above us, wherever you're hearing this one from. But joining us up on the set is Dan Chesnett here from the Belgrade News. Dan, thanks for joining us here at halftime.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, so let's go ahead and just talk about sports here in the Gallatin Valley. Seems like every night if I follow you on Twitter, you're either in Three Forks or Manhattan or Belgrade, or where else do you go?
Those are primarily our schools. They're our full scores. So Belgrade, Manhattan, Three Forks, Manhattan Christian. So pretty much at one of those every night.
All right, so one of the big things that came out here at Belgrade just last week is the Panthers' plan to move to AA. In your experience of being around here for as long as you've been, I guess what are your general thoughts about Belgrade advancing up to AA here in the next 2 or 3 years?
Well, I know it's something that they've been talking about for a long time, and I think it'll be good. Some of those programs may struggle a little bit in the beginning, but as Rick Phillips pointed out in a column he wrote the other day, Belgrade has a way of stepping up, and I think when they get there, it may be a little rocky with some of those sports in the beginning, but they'll be fine. I think they'll be okay.
Right, and so not to mention we're here at the basketball game, got the Belgrade Panthers here against the Fergus Golden Eagles tonight, but what other sports are you covering as well? I mean, year-round, you're pretty busy. What sports do you find yourself covering the most around town here?
Well, right now, obviously, basketball is number one. In the fall, we mixed up quite a bit between football and volleyball, a lot of cross-country, a little bit of golf here and there. Pretty much the primary sports that you would think of, the four major ones, football, basketball.
Gotcha. And again, if I'm looking for scores around the area, I always check you out on Twitter. So it's a good spot to be updated. How can people find you on Twitter and make sure they get updated on the scores around here in the Gallatin Valley?
So my Twitter account is actually just my name, so at Dan, and then it's a underscore and then my last name. So.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Also, I got to point out the post-game gallery. You post a bunch of photos on your Facebook page, post-game gallery. I appreciate those. Those are some great photos. I know people enjoy sharing those. So thanks for what you do as far as the photos that you release on the Facebook page. Another longtime Belgrade guy over here, Andy Demjanovic. Andy, you got anything here for our visitor, Dan?
Yeah, how long have you been doing this now at Belgrade News, Dan?
So I've been here since the Belgrade News opened, so it would have been February 2004.
Oh, wow. So you've been there ever since the inception.
Exactly, yes. I've been there
your lifer so far.
So far. I think me and George Hoffman, who is our ad director, are the only two that are still remaining from that original group that started the paper.
Sure. Over the years, what game of whatever sport has stuck out to you? I know there's so many, but there's had to have been some big events or big moments that you've covered where it doesn't really leave your mind. Can you come up with one on the spot here?
Absolutely. The one that still rings out the most to me, and you were a part of that, you were an assistant coach, is that triple overtime state championship game. Belgrade and I believe it was Libby?
Libby, you're right. Yep. Yeah, Libby.
That was probably the most amazing prep high school basketball game
That was kind of one of your first years, right?
Yeah, I think might have been my first year here.
That's something to walk into. Yeah, that was
and
here
it was
in our
right
own
here
gym, right?
in the special event center. So
yeah, that was a packed house. That was a great moment, and went back and forth the whole game, and couldn't ask for any more from our players, and left it all out there.
I still remember the shot that Caleb Salisbury hit. I believe it was right over there on the far side of the court where we're looking right now, where he out of the timeout, hit that game tire to send it into I believe the third overtime.
Yeah. Yep. And we thought we had it, and their best player, we thought we had it in regulation actually, and their best player just hit a good shot over a double team. And
is that where you got your first gray hair? One of many now.
Yeah, that was quite a game. That was quite a game. So thanks
that
for all
game,
your coverage.
Yeah, I mean, that game obviously stands out. Another one that stands out is when the girls finished that unbeaten season in soccer. Lauren Hager scored the game-winning goal. I believe it was in overtime in that one.
That's right.
And then also last year, state softball winning it for the first time after all those tries of getting close and not being able to get it, to finally get through. So.
Well, great. Thanks for sharing those memories, and you do a great job for our community, and you give our kids such great coverage. And our kids and our coaches and our school and our community really appreciate you. So,
well, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, enjoy the rest of the game.
All right, yeah, thanks a lot, Dan Chesnut, joining us here at halftime. Let's go ahead and step aside for another 2-minute break and be back for the start of the third quarter. You are listening to the Belgrade Panthers on 93.7 FM. We'll be back with the second half in 2 minutes. Hey, thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Awesome.
I guess, yeah.
Yep. All right, and Panther Live is brought to you by Jumpstart Espresso. Visit Jumpstart in Belgrade at 501 West Main Street for all your coffee needs, as well as Taco Time. Thank you, Taco Time, for your support of Belgrade High School for the past 33 years. And finally, Yellowstone Vacations. For snowmobile and snow coach trips into Yellowstone National Park, visit YellowstoneVacations.com. What was that look there, Andy? You didn't like that read?
Oh, you got muscle memory.
I wasn't reading. You're right.
Well, you weren't reading. That was all live. That was all emotion. That's all in on your sponsors. So our sponsors can be very proud of you. You are all in with them, and I think they appreciate that.
All right. Hey, I'm looking right now at our YouTube page, and I see Bryce Graham just subscribed to us. And if that's a relative of Jaden Graham, I got to tell you, Jaden's having a great night tonight. Great shooter. And right now he's got the Panthers on their heels here as the score is 32-26.
Yeah, him and Dawson Fowler are the leading scorers for both their teams, as they are the leading scorers for both their teams in the regular season. Jaden kind of got off, not to a slow start, but Belgrade did a pretty good job on him early. But as you can see, he's a good player. You can't really contain him all night. And he finished with 12 points in the half, and Dawson Fowler finishes with 11.
Once we come back when we come back from radio, read that stat one more time. I'm going to bring it back from radio in 10 seconds.
Oh, that's Panther Live. That's right.
All right, back here at the Event Center in Belgrade, ready to start the third quarter. We don't have much time to talk about the first half, but Andy, tell us about the scores from the first half.
Yeah, it's 32-26 Fergus, and just as we expected, it'd be probably a fairly close game, and both stars for each game are rising to the occasion. Fergus has the edge right now with a 6-point lead. Jaden Graham finishes the half with 12 points. He's averaging just over 18 a game, and respectively for Belgrade, Dawson Fowler has 11 in the half. He's averaging just over 17. So both star players are already in double figures. And then Lewistown finishes out with Traft at number 3 with 6, and Jake Clinton with 5 points. And for Belgrade, Noel Reynolds finishes with 6 for the half as well. So we'll see what adjustments each coach has made. The half, we'll see if Belgrade starts in a zone, stays with that zone, and we'll see what Belgrade does here as they come out offensively. It looks like they're going to run a 1-4 high set.
All right, so get things underway. Panthers with the ball. Dawson Fowler here on the right wing. Gets it to Edwards. Now Reynolds finds Page inside here. Fowler on the block. Spins, goes up. No call. Misses. Rebound. Ends up in the hands of the Golden Eagles, and coming the other way is Graham. Lalem with it now. Gets it to Graham on the right wing. Looking inside to Clinton. Back out to Trafton. Goes up and rolls it in for the first points of the second half. So Tanner Trafton putting it in there for the Golden Eagles. Panthers with it now. Long 3 on the way from Fowler, no good. Easton Page comes up with the rebound, though, for Belgrade.
Good hustle by Easton Page, and you can see that Fergus that's a flop. Fergus is a good defensive team. They're only giving up about 41 a game. So they've done a pretty good job so far on Belgrade.
Austin Edwards gets the jump shot on the other end for the Panthers, and stolen away now by Dawson Fowler. Up ahead, he's got Walker with him. Fowler goes up, though, finger rolling in. 30-34, Panthers trail by 4 with 6:45 to go here in the third quarter.
Good tip there on defense by Noel Reynolds. Gets it back up to Dawson Fowler, cuts into the lead, 4-point lead now. Belgrade needs to continue to work in this zone to get stops.
Now Lalem gets it here in the left wing. Back up to Lalem up top. Gets it to Graham. Graham thinks about the 3. Pulls it back out. Gets it to Lalem.
He's got to talk to shooters across. Now Graham coming back to baseline. He's in the bottom of the zone. Trafton at the high post.
This is Clinton. Gets it to Lalem. Now in the corner here. And going up with the jump shot on the way. Missing. Rebound. Graham goes up right hand. Off the glass and in. So Jaden Graham with another 2 points.
Jaden Graham.
Yeah, Belgrade, like we said, is struggling to keep them to one shot point, one shot possessions, Nate. And Lewistown very active on the glass. I'd like to see how many offensive rebounds they have so far.
Going up with it is Reynolds missing. Rebound Graham up ahead now to Henderson. Henderson drives left hand. Kicks it out. 3-pointer on the way from Graham. No good off the front iron. Rebound Matt Walker.
He's got to look ahead. Does to Dawson Fowler here on the wing.
Dawson Fowler with it now. Double teamed up top. Spins. Goes up on the elbow. In and out. Rebound Lalem. Lalem with it now. All the way across the Graham. 3-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound. Tipped around. Matt Walker comes up with the loose ball. Walker around one defender. Takes it in. Goes up. Tries to get to Reynolds and
I can't turn the ball over there. We got lucky last possession losing Graham in the zone. Now Graham gets it in transition.
And Jaden Graham is fouled after he missed the shot and gets his own rebound and is fouled. He's going to go to the free throw line here and shoot 2 with 4:56 to go here in the third quarter. The Fergus Golden Eagles lead the Belgrade Panthers 36-30.
Yeah, possession before Noel was up top with Easton Page, as you can see, and we got away with one as Graham was all alone in the corner. Noel did recover, but he was late. He did get the shot off, and we can't do that much more. 6-point lead here, and we just can't lose shooters in that zone. As Graham misses here, actually Fergus overall not a great free throw shooting team, believe it or not. They're about 59% as a team. So
hits the second free throw, makes the score now 37-30. Fergus on top.
Graham was a little short on that last jumper, so coach can kind of tell he probably needs a rest. Even though he's 6'5", not much weight to Jaden Graham, but although a good player, so just needs a quick rest to reboot.
Here's Easton Page with it now for the Panthers. Picks up his dribble and a foul called. Wow, a touch foul there called against Henderson. Cody Henderson picks up the foul.
Henderson, his 3rd personal. First team foul on the Golden Eagles in the second half.
Matt Walker gets it to Page. Now Reynolds with it. Reynolds looking to drive in, guarded by Trafton. Pulls it back out, gets it to Walker. Page now with it on the right wing. Looking for a screen from Spencer Gordon. Drives baseline, gets it out to Gordon. Up to Walker, thinks about the 3 and gets it to Fowler now. Fowler guarded by Henderson. Drives right hand, goes up.
And one, almost.
Just misses the jump shot, about a 16-footer on the way, and he's fouled, no good. He's going to go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
That's what we've seen all night so far, how good a jumper. We talked about earlier how good a jump shot Dawson does have. He's got a good pull-up jumper, and he's been fouled a couple times. But misses that free throw. And it's going to be tough because Lewistown knows he's a good shooter, and they're putting some different rotation of guys on him. Cody Henderson was just guarding him. He was expounding some good energy to force Dawson Fowler to run around and try to get off. And I think our guys have to realize that in the motion too, that they did early on in that set. They had a nice staggered screen for him. So as the night goes on, they got to help him get loose.
Hitting the second free throw is Fowler, so it's 31-37. Panthers trailing these Fergus Golden Eagles. Fergus with the ball right now. Jamison thinks about the 3, drives in, pulls up, blocked by Walker, but fouled. So Jamison's going to go to the free throw line.
Fouls on the Panthers, number 23, Matt Walker, his 2nd personal. That sends Wes Jamison to the line, shooting 2.
Again, Wes Jamison, a familiar name from the visit we made to Lewistown last fall to watch the Golden Eagles get a victory over the Panthers in football season. Second free throw on the way from Jamison is good.
He's about a 60% free throw shooter, and Jamison's now above his average with 7 points.
Fowler will pull up from the free throw line, in and out. Rebound tipped around. Spencer Gordon comes up with it and goes up. Misses. Rebound this time goes to Trafton, and Lalam's going to bring it down the floor. Lalam calls out the offense. Gets it to Clinton on the left wing. Back to Lalam. Now Jamison on the right side. Back up to Lalam up top. Back to Jamison. Loses the handle. Goes out of bounds. Turnover.
Actually a big play there for Belgrade, down 8 here with 3 to go. See if they can't get something mustered up here in the offense to give them a little bit momentum here.
Again, 3 to play here in this third quarter. 39-31. Looking at the Bozeman Ford Lincoln RV scoreboard. Dawson Fowler driving in. I'm not sure what this call is, but there's a whistle and stoppage of play here.
That was on the Golden Eagles, number 5, Jake Clinton.
Clinton picks up the foul for the Golden Eagles.
First personal. Team foul number 3 on the Golden Eagles.
Inbounded to Fowler. Fowler gets a screen now behind the back. Picks up his dribble. Gets it to Page. Page in the corner.
Got to start moving away from the ball. Belgrade's starting to stand still in their motion and watch the ball. And that's what I talked about. You got to get guys staggering and moving away from the ball.
Klonzinski cuts into the lane and is fouled as he goes to the hoop. So Jake Klonzinski's going to go to the free throw line here.
But they do have good spacing. You don't want 3 or 4 guys being active toward the ball, but you got to have some type of action away from the ball to set each other up.
And I take that back. Foul was on the floor, so inbounded to the Panthers. Walker with it, gets it to Fowler. Fowler here on the left wing, gets it to Page. Page thought about the 3, drives in, picks up his dribble, back to Fowler. Fowler, long 3 on the way. Good! Boy, we had the perfect sight of that one. You could tell that was good the whole way.
Oh, yeah, we had the right angle there, Nate, and if Belgrade gets a stop here, that's a huge shot. Graham back.
Graham misses the 3. Easton Page with the rebound, headed the other way. And pulling it back out. Fowler wanted to shoot it from midcourt.
Yeah, no, we needed to give it back there quick, and that's what you got to recognize early, but Easton doesn't turn it over, so that's all right.
Fowler all the way across the Page. 3-pointer on the way from Page. No good. Rebound goes to Trafton. Slow things down. Just hand it off to Lalam here. 1:52 to go here in the third quarter. Fergus 39, Belgrade 34.
Just trying to isolate there. Out of the zone, pick to the corner.
Jamison drives in, jump stop goes up, misses, rebound Fowler.
That's the shot you want him taking. Good job by Belgrade forcing the jump shot by Jamison.
Fowler drives in, left hand goes up, fouled. Doesn't make the shot, but he will go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
Fouls at number 5, Jake Clinton.
Dawson Fowler, Nate, currently at 17 points, so he's had a big third quarter.
First free throw from Fowler is on the way and is good. Remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by First Security Bank, your locally owned and operated neighborhood bank serving the Gallatin Valley since 1919, member FDIC.
Norsley.
Couple substitutions here. Norsley in the game for
21, Noel Reynolds.
The Eagles, and Noel Reynolds back in the game for the Panthers. Second free throw on the way, no good. Spencer Gordon rebound, goes up with it, misses.
Good tip by Fowler though. Long, he's long there. A great tip out by Dawson Fowler. He wasn't able to grab it, so he tipped it out.
Matt Walker misses the 3. Another offensive rebound for the Panthers. Easton Page comes up with it. So a long possession here for the Panthers. Let's see if they can get a point as Page drives in. No shot. There's a foul before the shot.
And Belgrade kind of giving Lewistown their own medicine. Belgrade's done a good job to keep possessions alive, and that was the difference on the half, I thought, for Fergus getting the lead. And now Belgrade's to do that to give them more opportunities to score here. So great offensive rebounding and great hustle by Belgrade to extend possessions.
Page with it for the Panthers. 1:13 to go here in the third. Panthers trail by 4. Page drives in. Tries to pass to Gordon, loses the handle. Now tries to save it, and Graham's going to come up with it. He gets it to Lalam, so on the other side now, turnover, as Lalam's going to just slow things down here. 1 minute to go here in the third. Fergus holding on to this 4-point lead. Gets it to Graham, back to Lalam. Lalam inside, wide open man, and then fouled as he goes up to the hoop. That was number 30, Landon Henderson. And Landon Henderson will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Fouls on the Panthers, number 31, Spencer Gordon.
But you know, that's not a bad foul. I mean, if you're going to stop them going to the rim, you got to make sure, without getting an intentional or hurting them, but you got to be physical on the foul to make sure they don't get N1 buckets, and Spencer does a good job there.
Free throw misses from Henderson.
Number 13.
Yeah, Henderson only listed as a 50% free throw shooter, so he's, as the game goes on here, Coach Deming's kind of got to look that if number 30's in the game, that's probably the guy you want to foul currently.
Second free throw on the way. Good. So now 40-35. Fergus on top. 46 seconds to go here in the third. Fowler with it for the Panthers. Drives in left hand. Pulls up. He's fouled, and he's going to go to the free throw line.
Yeah, I don't know how many times Fergus is going to foul a jump shooter. You know, we talked about that the other night against Butte Central, and we fouled a couple of their jump shooters. That's a cardinal sin. It's going to be tough to block his shot in the air, let alone challenge, because he's long and he can rise up. He's athletic. He's got good jump, and he's long. So you're probably not going to get much ball on his pull-up. He can pull up any time to do that, and I think that's his third time he's been fouled on the jump shot there, Nate. So Fergus has got to adjust, and if he just rises above there, you just got to stay down and challenge and play the percentages.
First free throw good from Fowler. Second one on the way is good as well. 37-40. Panthers trail by 3 now. 36 seconds to go here in the third. Lalem slowing things down here, maybe looking for the final shot of the quarter. And Belgrade's just going to back off here. Last time they gave pressure at about 16 seconds. Let's see what Coach Deming calls for now. Panthers just sitting back right now. 18 seconds to go here in the third. 16 now. Lalem just holding it up top. 12 seconds to go here. Now he looks to make a move. Lalem drives in. 8 seconds to go.
Know the shooters. Know the shooters, Nate. Know the shooters.
Jamison
just stay down. Know the shooters.
Lalem 3 ball on the way. Misses. Rebound. Page 1 second to go. Fowler need a full court shot. He won't even take it. So we'll go to the fourth quarter with the score. The Belgrade Panthers 37. The Fergus Golden Eagles 40. After 3, let's go ahead and step aside for 1 minute. We'll be back with the fourth quarter. You're listening to the Belgrade Panthers on 93.7 FM. And Panther Live is brought to you by Jumpstart Espresso. Make sure you visit Jumpstart at 501 West Main in Belgrade, as well as Taco Time. Thank you, Taco Time, for your support of Belgrade High School for the past 33 years. And finally, Yellowstone Vacations. For snowmobile and snowcoat trips into Yellowstone National Park, visit YellowstoneVacations.com.
63 years.
You know, it is Valentine's Day coming up.
Ooh, Valentine's Day. I got to work on that.
Well, yeah, we better talk to Derek. Maybe we can get a little something from Yellowstone Vacations. Of course, you might have a new kid by then.
Yeah.
Right?
I might.
Yeah, wife's pregnant. Congratulations to you guys. Second kid on the way.
Yeah, and we're going to come back to radio. I'll explain the whole thing here in a second. All right, back here to start the fourth quarter. And as I mentioned here with my co-commentator, Andy Demjanovic, I might have to leave at any moment as my wife is 39 and a half weeks pregnant. So we probably won't be snowmobiling anytime soon as we have a turnover here to start things out. Easton Page comes up with the ball for the Panthers. And now a whistle. What is this? Oh, we have a hurt player. I'm sorry, I didn't see that.
They both dove for the ball. Matt Walker just a little smaller than Andrew Lalem there. And they kind of hit knee to knee going down, so stoppage of play. Definitely looks like a knee. Head athletic trainer for Belgrade, Coach Matt Hoskins, is checking his knee out just to make sure it's stable. Looks like Matt's probably going to be able to go to the sideline.
Sorry, I stepped away. I think you mentioned here Matt Walker making his way here. Looks like he's okay as he walks to the sideline. As Matt Hoskins, Belgrade trainer, tended there to the injury. And Dawson Fowler here with it for the Panthers. Gets it to Page up top. Page thought about the three. Puts it on the floor. Back up to Fowler. Fowler gets it to Page. Nearly lost it out of bounds. Reynolds now with it in the corner. Up to Page. Edwards now. Jump shot on the way. Misses. Rebound. Dawson Fowler nearly comes down.
Oh, off Noel.
How about
Great
that?
job by Noel. Better be Belgrade basketball. Great job by good hustle by Noel. Does the wraparound off the leg. Wow. Great play.
Noel Reynolds with the heads-up play to save the possession here for the Panthers. So inbounding it under the Fergus basket with 7:19 to go here in the game. Fowler gets it into Page. Now, Edwards up to Reynolds. Three ball on the way from Klonzinski. No good. Rebound. Austin Edwards underneath. Gets it to Reynolds. Reynolds nearly loses the handle. Gathers it back in. Klonzinski back up. Three ball on the way. No good off the front iron. Rebound goes to Trafton and a foul called on the rebound. Plenty of chances for the Panthers there.
Yeah, Austin Edwards being unselfish there, trying to find his teammate, but great play. He's got to go right back up with that. There was enough space between him and the defenders there. He probably could have gone up, and I think he just saw Noel right there and tried to give it to him. Noel wasn't quite ready because he thought he was going to go up and shoot it, and Klonzinski can't connect on a couple of his threes, but still tight ball game here, Nate.
Yep, 40-37. Fergus Golden Eagles with the lead over the Belgrade Panthers. We're in the fourth quarter, 6:50 to go in this one. Laylam's just slowing things down here for Fergus. Holding the ball up top. Walker's back in the game, by the way, as Jamison now with it. Passes inside. Ball tipped around back to Jamison. Boy, dangerous there passing from Fergus. They hold on to it now. Laylam gets it to Jamison. Looking inside. Jamison pulls it out. Finds Trafton. 15-footer on the way. Misses up the back iron. Rebound loose. Trafton comes down with it. Going up with it. Losing the handle. Matt Walker comes up with the loose ball. And he is going to be nearly fouled, but he's going to hold on to it now as he gets it to Page.
Yeah, great job by controlling the basketball there. Good read with no help.
Noel
Nice job,
Reynolds. Wow, Noel Reynolds with an awesome move. Lays it in. 1 point game with 6 minutes to play.
Great find. They looked at Austin Edwards on the post up there, but the backside help was there. So another great job by Noel. He saw the backside help on the backside of the post defender, so he flashes high there, Nate, gets the flash high and takes the layup. So again, Noel does such a good job actually inside the post for not being a true post-up player.
And now Laylam gets it to Trafton. Now Jamison with it here on the right wing. Could be trapped as he gets it out to Laylam. Timeout taken by Fergus. This is a 30-second timeout. Let's go ahead and step aside for 30 seconds. You are listening to the Belgrade Panthers on 93.7 FM. Back in 30 seconds. '64 viewers on Panther Live. I believe that is a basketball record. So thank you everyone who's tuning in on Panther Live. I think that might be a lot of Fergus, Lewistown folks. Thanks for joining in. Did you catch that? Panther Live record here, basketball. 64 viewers.
64, yep. On track. Thanks for all tuning in, and we come back. Dawson Fowler finishes that third quarter out with gets into the 20-point range there, and 5.5 here to go. We'll see what he can do here in the fourth quarter. Yeah, back here at the event center, just mentioned there, Dawson Fowler 20 points now as Fergus with the ball here. 5:20 to go here. Jamison gets it inside to Clinton, losing the handle, getting it back. Jamison, three ball on the way. No good. Rebound, tipped around and out of bounds. It's going to be Fergus ball with 5:09 to play in the score. Fergus 40, Belgrade 39. So Belgrade's got to talk here. We got probably a shooter play here to Graham. It's just going to come down. Look at the isolation in the post. They just missed him there.
Jamison has it, picks up his dribble, gets it to Graham on the elbow. Graham double team, drives in, gets a pass to Clinton, who lays it in off the glass.
Yeah, once you get into the high post like that, you got a lot more options there, Nate, and Fergus does a good job.
Fowler for three, no good. Rebound loose and out of bounds. Oh, it's going to be Belgrade's ball. All right, I want to make sure I had that right. It was out of bounds against Fergus, and right call there. Belgrade's going to inbound it under the Eagle basket.
Yeah, Adam just got mixed up there, but makes the correct call.
So inbounded to Walker, in the corner to Fowler. Fowler drives in, jump shot on the way, off the glass and in. Dawson Fowler.
Having a game. That's a heck of a shot, a pull-up bank shot, and he meant to bank that. It wasn't a weird angle, it was a bank angle, and he lays it right off the glass for his 22nd point of the night. He's got over half of Belgrade's points.
Again, Panthers trail by 1 right now in the 4th. 3 ball on the way from Lalem is no good. Rebound goes to Matt Walker, gets it to Fowler. Fowler up ahead.
And Belgrade wants that type of shot out of Fergus there.
Walker for 3.
Big deep 3 by Walker from way downtown.
Lalem with it now. Panthers with the first lead of the night, 44-42, as Trafton gets it back to Lalem.
Belgrade still got to talk shooters here, know where the Graham kid is and know where Trafton and even Clinton there. They have them all in a triangle on the play side.
Lalem kicks it out to Clinton. Clinton up to Lalem now in the corner. Lalem's going to pull it back up top here, call a play. Directing traffic now. Getting it to Graham. Graham working on Reynolds. Long 3 on the way. No good off the back iron. Rebound, Matt Walker. Walker ahead to Page. Page to slow things down. Back to Walker. 3:20 to go. Panthers on top, 44-42.
Yeah, Coach Deming looking at the clock here and going to see if they can get another score. And then he starts to entertain the thought. Nice job, Noel from Edwards.
Noel Reynolds cuts to the basket and lays it in on the nice pass from Austin Edwards. And the Panthers now lead it by 4, largest lead of the night, as they've just taken their first lead moments ago. Graham pulls up and is fouled.
That's an easy call there, and Belgrade with a 4-point lead here with under 3 to go. We'll see if Fergus can hit their free throws.
Yeah, so Jaden Graham will go to the free throw line. 2:56 to go here. Bozeman Ford Lincoln RV scoreboard reads Belgrade 46, Fergus 42. We have a timeout on the floor taken by Mike Deming.
Yeah, that's Coach Deming's first timeout there, Nate. 32nd timeout here, and that's a great timeout to me by him. Kind of try to ice the shooter a little bit, get set up what they need to do here in the next minute or so. Number one, he's talking about if he misses, you have to really block out here. Don't give him any more second chance. But he's trying to establish what they want to do on their next offensive possession to make sure everybody's on the same page, gets his guys a rest, and maybe ices the shooter here.
Just want to remind you that today's game is brought to you by Rich's Flooring for quality you can stand on, as well as Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking. 2:56 to go, 4th quarter. This has been a familiar thing for the Panthers as of late. Trail, get behind early, and then come back in the 4th quarter and take the lead and make it a game here at the end. As Belgrade is leading right now, 46-42. Graham misses the free throw. Was on fire shooting in the first half. It's been a little cold here in the second half.
Well, yeah, that's why you call that timeout. Now he's sitting on the bench thinking about it during that timeout, and he's a 76% free throw shooter. Probably won't miss this one, but
free throw on the way in is good. Just as Andy pointed out, probably going to make that one. So now 46-43, full court press here.
Yeah, easy call there by the official. Dawson Fowler's great. He does a good job of splitting double teams, and that's the guy who you want to have dribbling against the press. And, 18 foul for Fergus, so Nate, so that's a tough foul for Fergus because now Dawson Fowler goes to the free throw line.
So Dawson Fowler heads to the free throw line with 2:54 to go here in this game. Free throw on the way, no good on the 1-and-1, so rebound goes to Trafton. Gets it to Lalem. Lalem to Henderson. Back to Lalem. Back to Henderson. Thinks about the 3 in the corner. Decides not all the way across to Jamison. Jamison picks up his dribble in the corner. Passes to Graham. Graham inside pass and fouled as on the block as he goes up is number 14, Cody Henderson. So Cody Henderson will go to the free throw line on the hard foul.
Fouls on the Panthers, number 45, Austin Edwards. His 4th personal, 6th.
And that's not a bad foul there. Henderson here is only a 44% free throw shooter.
That is, though, Edwards' 4th foul.
Yeah, you got Spencer Gordon, who's played hard and tough, with the minutes that he's came in. Spencer's athletic and physical. And right now, the way Dawson's playing and Page and Noel Reynolds and Walker, scoring's really not a needful thing if Spencer does come in for that 5th foul. So
makes 1 of 2, and then a jump ball called on the rebound. It is possession arrow in favor of the Panthers with 2:30 to go.
So Deming's just he's got to stay with him. Only 2 minutes to go, and he's got confidence in Spencer Gordon to help out on the defensive end, and calls for a 4 up against the press, but they come half court here, and they're trapped 1-3-1. Got to get someone to the middle there, Nate, and look at diagonal passes. You got to try to shorten their passes now. There you go. Nice play. Absolute nice play. I think they could almost come out. We'll see what Coach Deming wants if they want to go free throw layup mode.
Inside to Austin Edwards almost gets, he's fouled. Talking about that, want to go free throw layup mode right in that moment right now with 2:12 to go, 2-point lead. Lots going to probably depend on what we can do here at the free throw line as Austin Edwards.
Well, yeah, it does depend, but even if you miss one and you have that lead, you got to play the percentage that you can hit those open free throws. And Austin Edwards knocks down the first one to extend the lead to 3.
47-44, Panthers on top. Second free throw on the way, misses, rebound, drafted. Lalem with it now. 2 minutes to play, 2:05 to be more accurate. Graham thought about the 3, back to Lalem.
Yeah, they got to talk him across the zone.
Lalem gets it to Henderson. Henderson to Jamison. Under 2 to go here in this 4th quarter. Belgrade on top by 3. As the Golden Eagles, they're just working it around the perimeter here. Lalem gets it back to Jamison. Jamison thought about the 3, drives baseline, goes up. No good. Rebound, Fowler.
Great defense there by Austin Edwards. Goes straight up this time. And then Dawson Fowler gets the call. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 because that'll be the 10th team foul for Fergus.
Double bonus now. Dawson Fowler will look to add to his 22 points on the night.
His 4th personal, 10.
He heads to the free throw line.
Fowler to the line for the Panthers. Shooting double bonus.
So right now we have one ref visiting with Coach Deming on the side. His free throw from Fowler is on the way and good. 48-44, Belgrade on top, 1:37 to go in this game. Again, we'll have the girls' game at about 7:30 to, excuse me, I should put that back to about 7:50 tonight based on how this game's finishing up. 49-44 at the free throw, good. Lalem with the ball. Gets it in the corner to Henderson. Back to Lalem. Now on the left side to Clinton. Clinton back to Lalem. Lalem looking inside. Gets it all the way across to Clinton. Drives. Gets it to Trafton. Trafton on the glass in. 1:17 to go. Timeout taken.
Yeah, Fergus has done a good job. They've actually missed a few. They're actually very active against the zone. That baseline runner for Fergus there, Nate, does a good job, and he's been below our players to where they haven't seen him, and they've got to remember that guy's flashing through there, and that time Trafton gets it.
So this is a full timeout. Let's go ahead and just step aside for a 30-second break. You are listening to the Belgrade Panthers on 93.7 FM. Back in 30 seconds. What do you got? All right, back here at the Event Center in Belgrade, 4th quarter action. 49-46, Panthers on top with 1:17 to go. Belgrade with the ball under their own basket. Full court press here from the Eagles. Inbounded to Page. He's trapped. He gets out of it. Now he loses the handle, and we have a turnover. It's going to be the Eagles' ball as Easton Page tries to dribble through the entire defense and loses his footing, goes out of bounds. 1:13 to play now, fourth quarter, Eagles ball.
Yeah, that's a big turnover there for Fergus. Uncharacteristic there of Easton Page. Couldn't quite handle that pass, but nonetheless, a big turnover, and that's what you don't want.
Jaden Graham misses the three. Rebound, Easton Page. He's now fouled with 1:01 to play. Easton Page will head to the free throw line to shoot two.
But
Andrew Lallam picks up the foul. Belgrade leads this one 49-46. Page, first free throw on the way. Is good. Boy, the event center got dead quiet for that one, as tonight's game is brought to you by Town & Country Foods. Save cash at Town & Country Foods. Town & Country Foods, serving your local community. Second free throw is up, and it is good as well. So now 51-46, Panthers on top by 5. Biggest lead of the night. Under a minute to play here in the fourth. Lallam drives in. Gets it to Jamison. Jamison open for three. Decides not to take it. Gets it to Lallam. Now to Graham. Graham jumps in, and we have a foul called. Let's see what this is on the floor. I'd say refs definitely calling everything tonight, not letting these guys play through too much contact. As Jaden Graham's going to go to the free throw line to shoot, but Mike Deming is going to take a timeout first, and this is a full timeout. So with this full timeout, let's go ahead and step aside for 1 minute. It's the fourth quarter here. Panthers lead by 5. You are listening to the Panthers on 93.7 FM. Back in 1 minute. Well, and tonight's game on Panther Live is brought to you by Jumpstart Espresso. Visit Jumpstart Espresso in Belgrade at 501 West Main Street, as well as Taco Time. Taco Time, thank you for your support of Belgrade High School for 33 years and feeding our camera crew with your $7 coupons. Thanks a lot. As well as Yellowstone Vacations. For snowmobile and snow coach trips into Yellowstone National Park, visit YellowstoneVacations.com. All right, back here at the Event Center in Belgrade, 48 seconds to go. Jaden Graham is at the free throw line here for the Fergus Golden Eagles. His team trailing by 5 to the Belgrade Panthers. Free throw on the way is good. It's a 1-and-1, so he gets the first. 47-51 now. Second free throw is good as well, so 3-point game. Full court press here. Fowler with it. Looks to dribble out. Gets it to Edwards. Edwards across midcourt to Reynolds. Now up to Walker. Panthers get across midcourt. What is going on? We have a traveling violation called.
No.
Sorry, go ahead. We had your mic off, so explain that again.
That dang timeout. Yeah, Walker called for traveling there. Looked like he did. I thought he probably shuffled his foot. Deming says no way, but that was across the court referee at the time, so Deming not happy. But nonetheless, it's still Fergus basketball, only down 3 with 50 seconds to go. That's a big call, big play.
Yeah,
oh, and then Fergus turns it over.
Boy, Clinton looking for Graham. Pass to his feet, so it goes out of bounds. It's going to be Belgrade's ball, turned over right back to the Panthers. Couple of critical errors here for both teams in this final minute, and now Belgrade will need to inbound it, and Mike Deming, sensing that this game's a little out of control right now with 25 seconds to go in his 3-point lead, takes a timeout. Let's stay right here, though, for this timeout as we are in crunch time.
Yeah, another good timeout there by Coach Deming. It's your basketball. You just turn it over off the travel, and now Fergus gives it back to him. You want to make sure everybody's on the same page. You got to inbound the ball here. Get your guys in the correct spots. Fergus is going to bring the pressure. The only thing you're worried about here is inbounding the ball. The next possession is you're getting it crossed half court, and then the next thing is passing the basketball well, because they have to foul you now. And you got to shorten the passes. I've always said that 100 times, and you'll see if these guys do it. Sometimes guys now spread the floor too much, and it's tough to make a pass to your teammate. So you're not trying to score and get your offense spread out and get them spread out. You're trying to move the basketball, get fouled, go to the line. So got to inbound it. They still have 2 timeouts left. He's telling them, 5-second call here. We still have another timeout to take. Let's get it inbounds. Let's get it across half court, and then help each other with the basketball to secure this basketball game. Nothing here but free throws and layups. Nothing at all.
25 seconds left to go. Panthers with the 3-point lead and the ball. Matt Walker looks to inbound it. Gets it into Reynolds. Reynolds gets it to Fowler. Fowler across midcourt. Gets it to Page. Page is fouled on the block as he tries to get it to Edwards with 19 seconds to go. So Easton Page is going to head to the free throw line to shoot 2. As tonight's game is brought to you by Bidra Orthopedic for all of life's motions.
Great execution there by the Panthers. Greatly schemed by Coach Deming in the timeout. They do get it inbounded. They get it into their best player's hands. They get it across half court, and they almost get a layup, but they get fouled first. So great execution there.
Page free throw on the way. Front iron, no good. So still just a 3-point lead. Looking at the Bozeman Ford Lincoln RV scoreboard, 51-48.
Yeah, kind of a big shot here. If he does miss this, Coach Deming's got to think about if they foul him with time running down. Now they don't have to worry about it.
Makes the free throw. 4-point lead now for the Panthers. Under 20 to play. Lallam bringing it down the floor. Down to 15 seconds. Lallam in the corner. Looking to drive baseline. Goes up with it. Misses and is fouled with 11 seconds to go. Andrew Lallam will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. If that was against Edwards, he'll be done. It is against Matt Walker, though.
But actually, nice play there by Andrew Lallam there, or Lallam. He knows down 4, we don't need to force something right away, so he gets the free throw line. It stops the clock. If he hits both of these, it gets it back into now a 2-point game. Yep. And they foul Belgrade right away. They still have a chance here.
He hits the first, so a 3-point game right now. Second free throw on the way here from Lallam.
If he misses here, Belgrade has to get the rebound. They can't give him a second chance here.
Free throw up. Good. 2-point lead. Full court press. Edwards will inbound. Gets it to Fowler. Fowler splits across. Up ahead to Reynolds.
Nice
Reynolds
pass,
to Page.
Finish!
And Page lays it in with 4 seconds to go. 4-point lead. 2 seconds. Graham will put up the 3, but it won't be enough off the front iron and no good. And the Belgrade Panthers get the win at the Event Center tonight over the Fergus Golden Eagles, 54-50.
Your final score, Fergus Golden Eagles 50. Your Panthers.
Boy, nice crowd on hand tonight as Dawson Fowler gets the crowd excited here to finish this one out. Nice way to end it for the Panthers. Again, final score here in Belgrade. The Panthers 54, the Eagles 50. We got to get ready for the girls' game, but let's go ahead and let Andy break this one down before we close it out.
Yeah, I thought in the first half, Fergus had just a few more second shot attempt points to get that lead. Belgrade comes back, limits their second shot attempts, and actually Belgrade started getting more second shot attempts in their offense, which led to closing that gap. But also Dawson Fowler has a huge night. He goes for 24 points, Nate, and shows why he's one of the best players in the state of Montana, and going to go play at the next level. So he does a great job tonight, scoring 24 points. And on the other hand, Fergus, Jaden Graham finishes with his average right at 18, and you can see why that score is so tight. But Belgrade does a better job, and then they also, like they did against Butte Central, they went to that zone and actually slowed Fergus down a little bit, enough to get that edge and win the basketball game.
All right, we got 20 minutes on the clock to get warm-ups going here for the girls' game. We're going to step aside here and kick it back to the station and then be back with that girls' game. So for Andy Demjanovic, this is Nate Parsegian signing out. We'll just kick it back to the station for about 20 minutes again, so make sure you stay tuned with us. But go ahead, back to you, Jill.